Okay, now we are going to discuss the tools employed in descriptive statistics. The main purpose of descriptive statistics is to summarize the data. And the important statistical tools used for summarizing the research data are first one, measures of central tendency or averages. Second one, measures of dispersion. And third one, other measures. First of all, measures of central tendency. Each descriptive statistics reduces data into a simple summary. Measures of central tendency do this job by finding out a simple number, single number, that is representative of a distribution of values. So measures of central tendency tries to find out a single number that is representative of a distribution of values. It's an estimate of the central of a distribution of values. There are three commonly used measures of central tendency. They are mean, median, and mode. Some other measures are there like geometric mean, harmonic mean, etc. And first of all, mean. Mean or average is the most commonly used method of describing central tendency. It is equal to the sum of the numerical values of each observation divided by the total number of observations, sigma x divided by n. Okay, it is equal to the sum of the numerical values of each observation divided by the total number of observations. Second one is median. Median is the value of the middle item of series when it is arranged in either ascending or descending order of magnitude. Median divides the series into two halves. In one half, all items are less than median, whereas in the other half, all items have values higher than median. So median simply divides the distribution into two parts. In the first part, all items are less than the median. In the other part, all items have values higher than median. For example, if the values of the items arranged in ascending order are 60, 74, 80, 88, 90, 95 and 100. So total 7 items are there. Then the value of the fourth item, that is 88, is the value of median. Modes. Mode is the most commonly or frequently occurring value in a series. Most frequently occurring value in a series. The mode in a distribution is that item around which there is maximum concentration. In general, mode is the size of the item which has the maximum frequency. But at times such an item may not be mode on account of the effect of the frequencies of the neighboring items. For example, a manufacturer of shoes is usually interested in finding out the size most in demand so that he may manufacture a larger quantity of that size. So frequently demanded shoe size we have to find out. Okay, so here mode is a very useful tool. Some of other measures of central tendency: geometric mean and harmonic mean. First one, geometric mean. Geometric mean is also useful under certain conditions. It is defined as the nth root of the product of values of n times in a given series. The most frequently used application of this average is in the determination of average percentage of change. That is, it is often used in the preparation of index numbers or when we deal with ratios. Harmonic mean. Harmonic mean is defined as the reciprocal of the average of reciprocals of the values of items of a series. Harmonic mean is defined as the reciprocal of the average of reciprocals of the values of items of a series. The harmonic mean gives largest weight to the smallest item and smallest weight to the largest item. As such, it is used in cases like time and motion study where time is variable and distance constant. Measures of dispersion. Dispersion refers to the spread of the values around the central tendency. It indicates the amount of heterogeneity in a set of scores. It measures whether most of the scores are relatively close to the mean or they are scattered so widely that most of them are far away from the mean. Okay, first one is a range. Range is the simplest measure of dispersion and is defined as the difference between the value of extreme items of a series. Extreme item means the highest value item and the lowest value item. So range is equal to highest value of an item in a series minus lowest value of an item in a series. Mean deviation is the average of difference of the values of items from some average of the series. Mean deviation is the average of difference of the values of items from some average of the series. In calculating mean deviation, we ignore the minus sign. We will not consider the minus sign of deviations while taking their total for obtaining the mean deviation. We ignore the minus sign of deviations at the time of taking their total of for obtaining the mean deviation. When mean deviation is divided by the average used in finding out the mean deviation itself, the resulting quantity is described as the coefficient of mean deviation. When the mean deviation is divided by the average used in finding out the mean deviation itself, the resulting quantity is described as the coefficient of mean deviation. Okay, so for the purpose of calculating mean deviation, which average is used, then the result is divided by that average, then the answer is described as the coefficient of mean deviation. Coefficient of mean deviation is a relative measure of dispersion and is comparable to similar measure of other series. So coefficient of mean deviation is a relative measure and mean deviation is an absolute measure of dispersion. Next one is standard deviation. Standard deviation is the most widely used measure of dispersion of a series and is commonly denoted by the symbol sigma. Standard deviation is defined as the square root of the average of squares of deviations. When such deviations for the values of individual items in a series are obtained from the arithmetic average. So standard deviation is defined as the square root of the average of squares of deviations. When such deviations for the values of individual item in a series are obtained from the arithmetic average. When we divide the standard deviation by the arithmetic average of the series. The resulting quantity is known as coefficient of standard deviation, which happens to be a relative measure. So, coefficient of standard deviation is the relative measure of standard deviation. When this coefficient of standard deviation is multiplied by 100, the resulting figure is known as coefficient of variation. Okay, when the coefficient of standard deviation is multiplied by 100, the resulting figure is described as coefficient of variation. Index numbers. Index numbers are a series of numbers devised to measure changes over a specified period of time. Used to measure changes over a specified period of time. The time period may be daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, or any other regular time interval, or compare with reference to one variable or group of related variables. So, index number is defined as a number which is used to measure the level of a given phenomenon as compared to the level of the same phenomenon at some standard date. Used to measure the level of a given phenomenon as compared to the level of the same phenomenon at some standard date. Uses of index numbers. It provides valuable information to decision making. One can compute real income from the nominal income, real wages from consumer price index, etc. Different types of price indices are used for wage and salary negotiations, declaration of additional dearness allowance, etc. Government policies on sectoral growth are usually based on various indices. Index numbers are used for comparing the standard of living of people in various countries. BSE Sensex, the index of BSE is known as Sensex, is an index of the share prices for shares traded in Mumbai Stock Exchange. This helps the authorities in regulating the stock markets. Sometimes it is useful to correlate index related to one industry to the index of another industry so as to understand and predict changes in the first industry. Okay, so these are the uses of index numbers. The next one is time series analysis. In economic and business researches, we may obtain quite often data relating to some time period concerning a given phenomenon. Such data is labeled as time series. More clearly, it can be stated that series of successive observations of the given phenomenon over a period of time are referred to as time series. Series of successive observations of the given phenomenon over a period of time are referred to as time series. Okay.